Hi guys, welcome to the video. My name's Derek, also known as Tap Peddler. Welcome to my channel. My channel's all about reselling in the UK. I go to auctions, I go to boot sales, and I source online, and I sell my stock I purchase online for a profit. That's how I make my money. That's my full-time living. There's going to be some series of videos coming out over the course of this year. It's going to be the whole of 2023 in various stages as I sort out these buildings to use for my business. I've had them for many years now. They're all derelict. I want to expand the business, so this video is the first of many. I'm going to show you what I've got to do, or at least what I know I've got to do at this stage. There will be changes as I progress, and I'll tell you exactly my plans, and hopefully you find it interesting. Give me a thumbs up, please leave a comment on all of this, and I'll try to address stuff as well as I go on through the videos. I do want to make a bit of a disclaimer. I'm no builder, I'm just a sort of hobbyist. I will be getting some trades in to do various parts of the work, but quite a lot of it will be done by myself, and friends and relatives will help me. But yeah, it's all going to be basically a DIY thing. Probably do it in the right way, in the wrong way. Going to be watching a lot of YouTube videos, so it'll be quite interesting. And with your comments, maybe you can give me some advice on what to do, stuff I haven't thought about, things I could do. It's all going to be really good to me to have some advice, have some input from you guys. So yeah, let me show you the full extent of what I've got to deal with this year. I don't like showing this, I must admit. Some of it's quite a little bit embarrassing because it's so messy, but I wanted to show the whole thing with nothing hidden, so I've got something to look back on as I progress, but also to keep me going, because I know you guys will be wanting the next video and stuff like that. So yeah, that's why I'm showing you it all, warts and all, as it were. So yeah, let me show you the full extent of what I've got to do this year. So this is the corner barn, and then I have more going further along, up to where you can see like the new roof there. That's actually the house there. So it's all this that I'm going to be doing this year. This part won't be done this year. That's going to be a job for a little bit later on. I am going to sort of deal with all of this and repair the tiles and stuff like that on there, just to make it a little bit better. But for now, this will be the main work for this year. So this barn is basically going to be used for storage for stuff that I'm not going to throw away or I need to store. I don't know if you remember, I bought all that shelving from an old shop a couple of years ago. That's in that barn, stored away in the dry. This barn isn't too bad roof wise. There's a lot of slip tiles and stuff. I was maintaining it at one point, but I sort of gave up. So it needs a little bit of fixing here and there, especially in that corner, and on the other side it's particularly bad. But yeah, that's the plan. All this needs clearing. So if I take you through, to this area. So this is the barn roof that I'm going to be repairing. So from here all the way to there. So currently it's all these old-fashioned pan tiles. My plan is to put metal sheets on, the typical barn roof metal sheets, but they're going to look like these pan tiles. That's my plan. And then obviously there's quite a bit of work to do on the wall here. Plan to keep this door, well, not this actual door, replace the door, but put a new door on there, but keep this sort of design. so I can have one side there that's you know, I can open it, but most of the time it will be closed, and I can just use that to get in. And there is another door here where it's basically been converted to a window, but at the bottom it's actually just been bricked up to make it into a window. It was originally a door, so maybe I'll keep that a door, so I can go in and out there. And if I really want the bigger entrance, I can use this door. So there's a window there into, I think that's into this barn. So looking at the actual roof, this is where it's going to start, and it's going to go all along here. This here is basically the dividing bit between that barn and that barn. So that barn is going to be for the business. This is going to be part of my house, kitchen, utility room. It's actually, if you see the difference in the tiles there, that's actually where the kitchen is now, and then this is basically just an empty barn. So that's going to be a job for another time, actually, the conversion of that. But I'm going to do the roof because it's all basically one piece, right up to where it goes higher here, and where it goes higher there, that's where I'll end. So I'm going to have to join it in to the edge there. I've got some repair work to the bricks right at the very top, and then the same again here going up here. There's going to be flashing up the side there. Now if you have a look at this roof, don't know if it's going to come out, but it dips in, it's not straight, it's a nightmare really. This here bulges out, that's where there's actually a thick stone wall in the middle of that. So basically I'm keeping all the wood as much as I can, all the rafters, but I will be putting new wood on top of the rafters, which the actual new metal sheets will screw to, and that will build it out so it reaches where the gutter is. Now as you can see, the guttering currently on there it's just all knackered. It's on with these hooks. Now I don't think I'm going to continue with the hooks because I haven't got enough of them, and I'm going to put just normal UPVC guttering along here. So I'm going to screw a bit of wood here going along and paint it, and then that's where the gutters will be screwed to. So where the tiles come down, it's going to have to make sure it runs into the gutter. So I've got to build that slightly out so it clears the wall plate. So yeah, that's the plan with the roof. If I come over to the other barn, walk you around here. This one I will be tackling, but I'm going to tackle that possibly the following year. This is basically the main thing. This I'll just fix up here and there, and that will keep it going, keep it fairly dry. It's still not great, but I will be doing that at a later date. And if I bring you round the back of here, bring you over here, you can see the end of the barn roof here. There's actually a door that goes into that barn, so eventually that will be another entrance into the business side, because this barn here will be part of the business as well. And this is the back. So if I bring you all the way over here, where the trees are breaking into the barn, that's the back of the window there. You can see the state of it all down here. So these trees will have to come away. I'm gonna have to clear quite a lot of this space up here as well, so I can remove the tiles and work here as well. Possibly might chop some of this tree down as well. So let me open the door and I'll show you the nightmare that lies ahead. So here is the barn. As you can see, there's many years of various things. I've got my lawnmower here and bits of firewood up there. I even have an old car in here that's going to have to be rehomed during this renovation. Let me concentrate on the roof for a moment. As you can see, there's a lot of tiles, especially on this side, missing. You know, and the water, you know, the rain just comes straight through, and down here, loads of tiles have slipped off. Got a big pile of scrap metal there. So yeah, so basically the first part of this job is going to be emptying the barn. That's going to be a big job in itself. I'm hiring a few skips, couple of skips. Some of this wood I'm going to chop up and then burn that. I've got a wood burner. The cost of gas and stuff, not really going to be chucking good wood away. That can be dried out and burnt. There's a few materials around here and stuff that might come in handy. I've got OSJs from when I did the house renovation. So there's a lot to throw away, but also a lot to recycle. And there's a few things I probably could sell as well on Facebook. I've got a cement mixer there that is basically knackered. So I'll probably put that as spares or repairs. Yeah, so that is the extent of the work. So yeah, as far as the roof is concerned, me and my brother have started repairs on some of this. In an ideal world, this would all the wood would be replaced, but it is probably about 200 years old. And on closer inspection, it is actually fairly solid, apart from the odd one or two that are completely rotted. As you can see here, that one's completely rotted, but it's not so bad further up. So I'm going to sister a new piece of wood on there, very much like I did on this one here a few years back. So something like that. I'll be doing that. Over on these there's probably about 4 of these will need chopping off halfway through, and then replacing the wood. Tops of the walls aren't actually that bad. They look pretty bad, but when you actually start clearing it, as you can see here, I've done some repairs on this one as well. Actually, the top of the wall here is actually pretty good. There's like a fake couple of bits of stone that have been brought up to the top to provide. This was all plastered by the looks of things in the past. So once that's cleared, it's actually quite nice and flat. So yeah, I think that will be okay from that point of view. There's probably here, that's where I'll be able to use one of the OSJs I've got here and there as well. So I'll probably be replacing them once the tiles are off. These, I'm going to take these completely off, and I'm going to put new wood slightly higher up, just to allow for a higher working space. Not too high, so it still needs to keep the structure in the wood. But the actual sheet metal is 100 times lighter than the pan tiles. And hopefully then I'll have some sort of storage up there as well for like card and that sort of thing. As you can see, there's old fire places here. Through here is the other barn, so I will be storing stuff in there. That's reasonably dry. There's a couple of places that need fixing before I actually start putting stuff in there. Quite a lot to clear in there as well. So yeah, and I will need to completely concrete this floor. I actually moved here. There was actually like pig pens that went across here, and it's sort of in an L shape. So these were like separate pens, but I removed some of that so I could get more stuff in here. So yeah, that's basically going to be the business in here. So there you go, guys. It's up on YouTube now, warts and all. So let's hope I can get this done at a reasonable cost. I've got quite a lot of money set aside for this. I mean, no illusion, it's going to be quite expensive to do, but I think it's well worth it. But I am going to keep the costs down by doing a lot of this work myself. But there's a lot of it. It will be the whole of this year. Don't expect, you know, it be done in like a couple of weeks. But I wanted to put it out there on YouTube, on my channel, so that will get me going and get me started on it, because I've put it off for quite a few years now. And I'm at capacity in the house with all the stock I'm bringing in, so I need this space. If you look back on that VHS shop that I bought the shelving from a couple of years ago, there was five sort of aisles worth of that. So there's 5 across, and I think it was 5 down. So basically, if I bring you around, imagine 5 racks of shelving, big 1 meter by 1 meter shelving, 5 deep, 5 across. It's going to be pretty good, I think. And I measured it, so that's basically the amount that will fill the whole area. I have thought about having a dedicated little room in the corner, maybe it's sort of there or over this side, that will allow me to work in here as well. But I'm not really sure. Let me know what you think. I have got the office in the house, so I'm thinking I might continue to list from the house and use this purely for storage. I'm not sure. I will be doing something with the walls as well. Probably these boards all the way along up to where the roof is. Insulation wise, I don't think it's really worth insulating as such. I think it's going to be purely you know, just for storage. I think it's not really worth it. Probably not, but I will give it some thought. Let me know your thoughts on that. I'll show you where the windows are. I've got a window in the corner here. There's a window just over there. There is a window just behind here, but that was originally a door, so I will probably return that to being a door. Then I'll keep these big barn doors as you know, if I need it, but I'll probably put something in front of them, like some sort of storage or something. But when I do need to use them, I can move that and then I can open them up, because that will allow me to have a little bit more space, rather than having this entranceway and then coming in. I won't be able to use any of this area here, but if the door's here in the corner, I can rack this out if I really wanted to. But I will keep these as an option, so I can open them. I'm not going to sort of block them off or board over them or anything. There's a window over here, a little window. I will be replacing all these windows, by the way. There's a window there, but it's been bricked up, so probably I'll reopen that. Probably, not 100% sure. There's some sort of cattle thing here. It's like a little door that goes all the way down to the floor, but it's too short for sort of humans, so I'll probably leave that blocked up. I don't really see the point in opening that up. Plus, remember, there's going to be shelving all along here anyway, so I don't really see the point in opening that up. There will be various repair work to do to the stonework. It's obviously been plastered at some point as well. There's another fireplace there, so I've got a fireplace that side, and I've also got one that side. Whether I'll actually do anything with them, I don't think so. I can't really see me out here with the fire going, really. So I don't think that would be the case. If I do have an office here, you know, I'm just going to have a little electric heater or something like that in it. See, the corners are pretty good there. I think they're okay over there. Over here, there needs to be some work. It's sort of crumbling a little bit over there. But I do have to keep on reminding myself that this is just a barn. There's going to need to be some repair up there, some filling in of that, and repair work. That corner's okay, actually. This is sort of the worst area because it's obviously under, well, it's not under anything. so this is all sort of mossy. It's always wet, it's always sloppy. There's no floor at all, no concrete floor or anything. There is sort of a floor in that one, which makes it a lot nicer to store stuff. This one, however, does have something under it. Well, I actually just discovered this today. There is actually some sort of concrete or something there. There's some brick there, so hopefully it's not everywhere, because here the spade goes right down, and there is here, I know that there's stuff under there, and that's all concrete under there, and I think there's all brick under that one. So most likely what I'll do is I'll scrape all the mud off the top surface. It's like a couple of inches deep. If I just grab this spade, I'll demonstrate. It's hard to do with one hand, but as you can see, it's all like that basically underneath. So yeah, just got to scrape that out, and then that'll be a good foundation for the concrete. Get it pumped in, and that will be a good base for all the shelving. As I said, there's going to be a few videos coming out over the course of the year. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, whether I'm going to upload them each stage at the time, or whether I'm just going to do, like, whenever I do a day's work out here, I'll vlog it. I'm not sure. Let me know how you want this to be shown on YouTube, whether you want it lots of individual videos as it goes, or whether, you know, I do like, here's a video of how I did the whole roof, here's a video of how I did the whole floor, or do you just want you know, small bits each week. This will be done during my full-time reselling, so I'll be out here maybe once a week. I'm going to sort of dedicate to a day of basically working on the barn, and it's quite difficult to put that aside, but I've got to remind myself that this is actually work, it's for the business, so I'm not slacking off eBay or anything like that, but my eBay will be affected. You know, my income probably will go down on eBay, because I'm basically not going to be listing, I'm not going to be photographing, but I will try to keep that as a minimum. But yeah, the work ahead, you know, it's a lot, but it's got to be done, I think. So the first step is to get the skips. Now I've got 2 skips to order. I've got the metal recycling, which is going to be all of this stuff here, and then I'm going to have a general skip for general waste, which I probably might need 2 of them, and hopefully just the one for the metal, and that will get burn emptied. So that's the first step. So the first few videos are purely going to be me emptying the barn. And it's not actually just this barn, it's also the barn next door, behind this wall here, which I'm not really going to vlog too much because that one isn't going to be for the business. That's actually going to be part of the house. So I'm not really going to include that in this work unless you want me to. I don't want to confuse what's going to be the business, what isn't going to be the business. So it's basically the same work as what I've got in here. The roof's actually a lot better in that one. This is certainly the worst barn. Hopefully by the time this video has been released, I will have made a good start on this, because I'm only going to release this video once I've made a really good start, because I don't want to release this video and not doing anything. So yeah, I'm going to make a good start. So probably quite soon after this video goes out, there'll be another video of me doing, well, basically lots of wheelbarrowing down to a skip. So yeah, I'll time lapse that. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.